Hey, Onion here. Thanks for joining me for our Crystal Tower playthrough. Full quest, text to audio. This is part 2, where we're entering the Labyrinth. Thanks for joining me. Alright, a few points here is depending on what alliance you're in, is what way you go. We're in Alliance C. Most of our stuff is on the bosses and such, or things on the right. Alliance A is on the left, Alliance B is usually. That'll come up later in the next few rooms. There's 2 or 3 or 4 main enemies to gather. One tank can usually gather them all, so we'll do. And I'll discuss the next fight when it comes up. I kind of just cheese this boss now, but 3 times. Gonna come back to life 2 times. During its up phase and down phase, skeletons will pop. Wherever they die is where they resurrect, and when they get to the center, they blow up. So if your healers aren't on top of it, they're dying. Some people end up taking this guy way off the pad right now. And help the skeletons. There's an eye at the next one here. But if you can DPS down the boss fast enough, okay. We're C, so we're going to go right. This one has an issue of if you pass the pad, the rooms start to lock, and people end up in rooms they're not supposed to. A, B, C. 4 people need to be on the back pads for the alternate color to be active to be able to fight the boss. The tank usually stands somewhere a little bit past the pad, pulls the ads to the back so they have something to do. 3 melee DPSs usually go for it. Alright, this next boss turns one group, one alliance, invisible. They can hit the boss, everyone else can. Usually starts with A, and then B. Typically it dies before B gets burned. So C's job is to make sure none of the pots reach the center by tethers, and kill the other. Always greed on all the gear. It does turn in Grand Company seals. It really helps. Gear, buff, materials, just fun stuff. Always grab all the gear if nobody wants it. Reading it, pass if somebody does ask for it. Next fight, we're C. We're going right. Few ads that spawn. They need to be killed, and we just keep the boss. tanked away from everything. It doesn't matter if they get close to each other. They don't get buffed or anything, but you can't beat the center boss until all three are ready. Next to the Behemoth. If you haven't done the Fate, this is the first time you'll run into one. They drop meteors. If they're inside the hitbox of the boss, then they won't block its AoE. You have to hide behind a meteor when it does its AoE. It'll charge up with RAR. You'll see it. It's pretty explanatory. There's an Iron Giant that'll go around, and it can break rocks, but I haven't seen that happen in a long time. Green markers drop.
Eric.
If you watch his cast bar, you can leave from hiding as soon as it hits. You don't have to wait for the actual animation. He's going to cast something. He's going to go to the center to do it, and everyone needs to be at their pillars, or the markers on the sides. I think it's 5 or 6. We tank him not in the center, that way we can have time to run back and go attack the cast. He will miss seeing the cast. You can push him down past 50% there. Now, in the next round, we might be Yeah, 10% is probably not going to happen. If you guys like this commentary, the tips and tricks that I have, please leave a comment, let me know to keep doing it. I haven't got any feedback yet on any of my videos about how well I'm doing, or if it's helping. If you're good.
Ho there, Onion.
Very impressive, I must say. Your name shall be writ large in the volumes that are sure to be penned on this historic expedition.
The scale of this structure defies comprehension. Someone plainly thought bigger was better.
According to the findings of my Baldessian colleagues, the Crystal Tower was constructed to collect and store the endless energies of the sun. A characteristically ambitious undertaking. Now, what of the tower's inner defenses? Judging by your haggard expression, clearing out the labyrinth was no small feat. A giant of a man wielding a shimmering scimitar, you say? Yes, that will have been Phlegethon. Not Acheron. Phlegethon. He was a hero of the Allegan Revolution.
And you gleaned that from what exactly? His choice of weapon?
Well, I am a historian. And I have a certain, shall we say, affinity for the lore of the Allegan Empire. It is, of course, all knowledge gleaned from musty scrolls and tomes. The ancient texts claim that the Crystal Tower is defended by the champions of Eld resurrected and augmented through the Allegans' extraordinary technology.
Chief, you need to see this.
Well, well, there it is, the foot of the tower. What surprises do you have in store for us, I wonder? I can't tell you how glad I am to have you with us on this little jaunt, old friend. Had you not beaten a path through that maze, I very much doubt we'd be standing here now.
Well, we have much to discuss and digest. Let us retire to St. Coinich's find for the present and there plan our next step. Lest there be any doubt, our expedition has some way to go yet. So good of you to join us, Onion. Our meeting would be dull indeed without a full account of your experiences in the labyrinth. Take a moment to collect yourself, and when you are ready, we shall debate how best to proceed. The Fellowship of Noah being accounted for, it is time this assembly was called to order. Rambrose will be presiding over the meeting. If you would be so kind as to inform him of your readiness to proceed.
Welcome back, Onion. I have just been reading about your encounter in the Labyrinth of the Ancients. It pleases me greatly to note that you seem none the worse for the experience. For your reference, I have added my own notes to Graha's preliminary expedition report and begun compiling a Crystal Tower survey log. The information contained therein will be available to you at all times. Should you have any questions, you need only ask. Now, if there are no objections, I shall begin with a summary of the expedition's key accomplishments. In the course of this, our first foray into the grounds of the Crystal Tower, we succeeded in neutralizing the structure's outer defenses before proceeding to secure the maze surrounding the base of the spire. According to Onion's account, the labyrinth's defenses were most emphatically active. Disturbingly, her report also mentions a violent encounter with a sentry heavily augmented by elegant technology.
In short, our misgivings were well founded. The crystal tower was not simply thrust above ground by the chaotic shifting of Earth, it has somehow been reawoken. If, as seems increasingly likely, the tower's secrets should prove too dangerous to share with the world, we will have no choice but to contain them. Short of leveling the place, this will almost certainly involve returning its mechanisms to a state of dormancy. To do that, however, we will first need to address the question of how they work, the answer to which must surely be waiting for us inside the tower itself. In conclusion, that is where we must go.
A task rather easier said than done, if the perils of the labyrinth are any indication.
Then I move that all further exploration of the tower be delayed until such time as an exhaustive analysis of the structure's defenses has been completed. Master Garland, may I entrust this task to you?
It would be my pleasure.
Don't forget about us.
It's like you said, Chief, we founded the ironworks to make sure that technology was used for the right reasons, and that means making sure it's not used for the wrong ones. We wouldn't be doing our jobs if we didn't see this through to the end.
Lads. Well, I hope you're ready for some backbreaking chores.
Well, everything seems to be in hand here, so I shall take my leave of you for the present. If I am to witness this valiant tale unfold with mine own eyes, I must needs hone my martial skills ere we ascend the spire.
You'll do nothing of the sort, Graha. Your knowledge may prove useful to Master Garland's investigation.
As an observer, I am not, strictly speaking, subject to your authority. Pray do not mistake my intent, Onion. I am well aware that I shall never be a match for one with your innate talents, however hard I train. Be that as it may, pray do not allow your skills to rust from disuse during the coming pause. We will need you fighting fit if our subsequent forays are to prove as productive as this one. Mark me, we have not yet caught more than the briefest glimpse of that which time has obscured. Soon, however, we shall cast off the veil, and gaze upon the glory of the Allegan Empire.
And with that encouraging thought in mind, it is time to bring this assembly to a close. Let us all focus on the tasks at hand, that our next expedition may begin all the sooner. Meeting adjourned.
Such a terrible mess. Yet it does leave the door wide open, so to speak. One cannot help but be impressed. I'm beginning to understand the reliance you place on adventurers, old friend. So, this is the legacy the Allegan Empire left behind. If my readings are correct, the energy source waiting atop the tower is a match for even the Ultima weapon. Nay, more than a match. Hey. A new toy for me to play with. I believe the fates had conspired to deny me my just rewards once again, but it would seem they had a greater destiny in mind for me. And so long as my ambition burns, I shall strive to seize it. The dream lives on, so do not disappoint me.
I'm gonna pause this one here. That completes part 2. The labyrinth is done. Part 3 is going to be the quest leading up, and maybe the dungeon, depending on how long it takes. Okay, hope to see you in the next one. Thanks.